Hello students, welcome to BTech 360. It is very important for you to know how to use the score, the percentile that you have, the rank that you likely to get based on the percentile that you got, and how do you go about choosing a branch versus college. Because ultimately all the objective that we all have is to ensure that we get a good job in a good company at a good salary. These are three objectives that many students have, and this particular video I'm going to show you or expose to you the kind of data that we have and what it tells you about the kind of at what rank, what salary you're likely to get if you make the right choice. So we are now linking not just the branch and the college, we are taking it from the rank that you have to the kind of salary that you're likely to get if you use the rank very, very well. And how do you optimize the rank to get the best salary? That's the complete correlation that I'm going to show you now. So watch me very, very carefully about the data that I'm about to present for all of you. And before I move further, please subscribe to BTech 360. Ensure that you use the data that we're supplying to ensure that you optimize the kind of college and branch choices that you make. The percentile that we're talking of here is based on 13 lakh intake students. In my opinion, by the time you finish the second round, it will be 15 lakh students. Right. Now, if you talk of 10,000 rank, it will be about 99.3 percentile based on 13 lakh. But if it is 15 lakh, then it will be 99.5 percentile. Right. So, this is the kind of percentile that you have. At 99.7 percentile, you will get a 4,500 kind of a rank. 99.5, you'll get about 7,000 plus kind of a rank. 99.5, you'll get about 10,000 kind of a rank. And so 99,000 percentile is about 15,000 rank. 97.5 is 37,503 kind of a rank. And so on and so forth. Up to 91.5, we did that. Why did we go up to 1,27,000? Because across JoSAA Counselling, if you see, across JoSAA Counselling that we see, we are dealing with about 1 lakh plus kind of a seats. So a student who's getting 1,20,000 also has a prospect of getting some branch in one of the NITs, IIITs or GFTIs. Right. So the reason why we went down to up to this 91 percentile is essentially because we should know that you do have a chance of getting into one of the branches in one of the colleges which are appearing through the JoSAA Counselling, because they are all put together about 1,20,000 kind of a seats is what you have through the JoSAA Counselling, and which is where we covered up to 91 percentile here. Right. Now, when you look at the kind of placement, and I told you the most important thing for you to understand is what kind of rank will get you what kind of a job and what kind of placement percentage and what kind of placement at a branch level, at a college level, right? Which is what we try to do. So here what we're doing is we're showing you, by the way, before I move further, we also have something called a college predictor. It is called the Career 360 JEE Main 2026 College Predictor. Here now, you can use this tool. At this point in time, it is free. On the day of the result, when it comes in the month of April, we'll make it paid when actually the rank comes in. Today it is free. So use my rank predictor to understand what rank you're likely to get. And based on the rank, input that rank here to understand what college you're likely to get. It is free at this point in time. Otherwise, it's a 1,000 rupee paid product. So use it for your own benefit at this point in time. Right. So here you can actually put the JoSAA Counselling, the JEE Main paper 1 percentile, select your home state, the caste group, the gender and the specially abled and all. And once you put in the details with the OTP number and all, it will generate a college predictor, which essentially is talking about based on your category and your location. It will tell you what colleges and what branches you're likely to get. You can also filter it based on the kind of branch that you want and say, I only want computer sciences, which college will I get? And you'll also get that detail. So you must use this predictor to understand how it goes, right? Now the more important thing about the placements, I keep talking about the placements, how it works. So what we did was, at Career 360, we worked with a lot of institutions, which is IITs, IIITs and NITs, to understand the branch-wise placement. Now, very clearly, we obviously would not have data from every single institution out here, which is NIT, IIIT and IIT, to understand what kind of branch-wise placement that they had. But we did get response from about 23 institutions, which gave us branch-wise placement statistic. This includes the placement percentage at the branch level and the median salary at the branch level, and even an average salary at the branch level. Now, with these three things, when you actually have 23 institutions for which we have data, you can compile to come up with a composite score or a composite index of what are the prospects of a particular branch. Right. So before I move further in terms of what rank will get you which branch and which NIT or which IIIT, it's very important for you to understand the kind of branch-wise placement data and the prospect of the placement percentage itself, the fact that you'll get placed, and assuming you get placed, what kind of salary you'll get, both you will be able to get here. Now, when you look at that data, for BTech CSE, you actually have the total institutes that you have. We got data. By the way, there are many institutions, possibly every institution is giving CS branch, but we got, feedback from 12 IITs, 9 NITs and 2 IIITs. So in all, we got data from 23 institutions. Now from these 23 institutions, when we look at that, the total placement percentage in CSE is 93.44%. The placement in IITs through CSE is 93.44%. From NITs, it's 89.39%. For IIITs, it is 60.1%, but it is slightly skewed because only two are there. It would be about 75-80% is what I believe ultimately, right? So in all, you're dealing with about 81 to 85 percentile placement percentage. So the chances that you will get placed if you were to take a CSE branch in any of the NITs, IIITs and IITs, of course, depending on some of the lower rank NITs and all might get you into a problem, but typically the chances are 85% when you take a sample set of 23 institutions which are out there, which is IITs, NITs and IIITs. And the average CTC, now this is the average of the median salaries, is 25.79 lakh for IITs, 17.98 lakh for NITs and 13.69 lakhs for IIITs. Overall, you're dealing with about 20 lakh rupee salary. So we're dealing with about 85% placement, about 83-84% placement if you correct this number also, and about 20 lakh plus kind of a CSE, salary that you're likely to get if you take CSE as a branch in any of these institutions. It's an average. Again, I'm saying it's an average. Now for chemical engineering, if I have to move further, the total institution count of the 23 that are offering chemical engineering, in IITs it's only 8 and in NIT 6. So here it is 23, but here, because many of the institutions would not be giving a chemical engineering program, right? Now here the placement against registered is 77% here for IITs and 76% for NITs. All put together, we're dealing with an average of the median salary of 14.58 lakh here in IITs and 9.46 lakh in the case of NITs. So we are essentially dealing with 77% placement and 12 lakh rupees being the average salary. Now you look at this is about 40% lower as compared to CSE, right? Now you come down to electrical engineering, right? Electrical engineering, you actually have 13 IITs which are offering electrical engineering and 3 NITs are also offering electrical engineering. The placement percentage is 84.6% for IITs and 87% for NITs. So in all, we're dealing with about 87% kind of a placement rate. The average salary is 20 lakhs for IITs and 11.24 for NITs. In all, 17.65 lakh is the average salary. What you're looking at this point in time is a branch strength. Everything is not comparison 1-to-1. So what we're looking at is about 17.65 lakh as the average of the median salary across the electrical engineering branch. So you're dealing with now 82% placement here and 20 lakh rupees, 77% placement here and 12 lakh rupees for chemical, and for electrical it is 87% placement at 17.65 lakh rupees, right? Now moving further to the other branches, right? Let's come to mechanical engineering branch. In mechanical, you're dealing with, we had data from 12 IITs and 8 NITs. Of course, IIITs don't give the core engineering branches, right? The placement percentage here is 84% for IITs, 82% for NITs. Between the two, the average salary is 15 lakh for IITs, 10 lakh for this, and the average salary is 12.75 lakh, and the placement percentage is 83%. For civil engineering, the institution that we are offering it is about 18 of them, for which we have data. Many are offering it. Again, I repeat that. The placement percentage is 72% in IITs, 72% in NITs also. The average CTC, average of the median salaries, is 11.78 for IITs, 9.5 for NITs, overall is 10.52 lakh. Right? This seems to be the lowest at this point in time. Now coming to ECE engineering, right? For ECE, we actually have data from, again, 3 IITs and 9 NITs and 1 IIIT also is offering an ECE branch, right? Here the placement percentage against registered is 88.2% for IITs, 77.18% for NITs, 54.84% for IIITs, overall 80% is the placement rate for ECE branch. Now, what is the average of the median salary? 22.85 lakh for IITs, 15.94 for NITs, 13.66 for the IIIT that we have data. Overall, we're talking of 17.82 lakh as the average of the median salary across these 13 institutions. For BTech EEE, we're talking of 5 NITs for which we actually have data. 77.81% is the placement, 12 lakh is the average salary, which is what it is here also, right? And for BTech Mining Engineering, we actually have data from 1 IIT and 3 NITs. The placement percentage is 77% in IITs, 77% again in NITs. The average median of the median salary is 11.52 lakh for IITs and 10.11 for NITs. Overall 10.73 lakh. Now, why am I explaining all these things? The choice that you'll make once you have the rank is whether I join this particular institution at this particular branch or choose a branch which has the highest outcome and then maybe compromising on the institution. So the question is whether you compromise on the institution and take a better branch or compromise on the branch and take a better institution. For me, when I look at this data, the choice is very, very clear. You always will compromise on an institution, but take the best branch possible because the branch gets you a placement and not necessarily the institution. There are IITs also, the best IIT Madras, Bombay and Delhi also have unplaced students in some branches. Whereas the big NITs and IIITs don't have very few people who are unplaced when they're taking a certain branch. It can be CSE or AA or data or those kind of things. They don't have unplaced students or have lesser number of unplaced students. And the average of the median salary also is very, very high as compared to this one. So very important for you to play this very, very wisely with information, with data, so that you take the most optimal decision. The choice that you have in your hand is how do you optimize the rank that you have in terms of the choices that you make. The choice must be optimized to what your end outcome that you're looking for. Of course, if you want to get onto a particular branch, it is your choice, it's your call. You want to get into one core engineering branch, it is absolutely your choice and you must do that because you like it and you want to be a part of it. But if the outcome that you're looking for is a good salary in a good company and a good role, then you should optimize these choices not based on the best institution that you're likely to get, but based on the best program or the best course that will get you the best outcome that you want ultimately. And that is the whole explanation I'm trying to give you here. So what I'll take you now is from rank band of 50,000 to 60,000 based on your JEE Main rank and what kind of colleges and branches you will get. Because I keep saying it is always important for you to understand how you use your rank between your branch and the college versus the college and the branch. And that's what we're going to do here. So I'll show you the branches and the colleges that you're likely to get based on a rank of 50,000 to 60,000 rank band, right? Now, when you look at that data, at 50,092, NIT Manipur, you get electrical engineering. NIT Nagaland, electrical and electronics, you'll get at 50,145. PEC Chandigarh, B, production and industrial engineering, 50,157. NIT Arunachal Pradesh, BTech Mechanical is 50,560. NIET Ropar, BTech CSE and Machine Learning, this is a very good program. Look at this very closely. National Institute of Electronics and IT, Ropar. This program is very good. Take it if you have it. NIT Raipur, BTech Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, 50,073. Sri Govindram Seksare Institute of Technology and Science, Indore, B Electrical, 50,880. Again, a good program. NIT Agartala, BTech Chemical, 50,902. IIIT DM Kanchipuram, BTech Design Engineering is very good. Again, a good program. Moving further, Sri Govindram Seksare Institute, Indore, B Electronics and Instrumentation, 51,031. NIET Aurangabad, BTech CSE, 51,218. IIIT DM Kanchipuram, BTech Smart Manufacturing, 51,448. NIT Rourkela, MSc Life Science Integrated, 51,669. NIT Mizoram, BTech Electrical Engineering, 51,698. NIT Andhra Pradesh, BTech Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, 52,304. NIT Meghalaya, BTech Civil Engineering, 52,450. IIIT DM Kurnool, BTech Mechanical Engineering with specialization in Design and Manufacturing, 52,520. PDPM IIIT Design and Manufacturing Jabalpur, BTech Smart Manufacturing, 52,669. NIT Agartala, BS and MS Physics Dual Degree, 52,688. NIT Manipur, BTech Mechanical, 52,716. NIT Raipur, BTech Mining, 52,916. NIT Andhra Pradesh, BTech Civil Engineering, 52,976. NIT Nagaland, BTech Electronics and Instrumentation, 53,110. IIIT Bhagalpur, BTech Mechatronics and Automation Engineering, 53,156. IISc Shibpur, BTech Metallurgy is 53,570. BR Ambedkar, NIT Jalandhar, Textile Technology, 53,700. IISc Shibpur, BTech Civil is 53,728. NIT Andhra Pradesh, BTech Biotechnology, 53,898. PEC Chandigarh, Civil Engineering, 53,919. SVNIT Surat, Chemistry Integrated, 53,932. IIIT DM Kurnool, BTech and MTech, Mechanical Engineering Dual Degree, 54,254. NIT Sikkim, Civil Engineering, 54,268. BITS Mesra, Chemical, 54,554. BITS Patna, BTech AI and Machine Learning, this is a very good program, 54,588. NIT Raipur, BTech Biotechnology Engineering, 54,841. NIT Agartala, BTech Civil Engineering, 54,950. Sri Govindram Shekhar Institute of Technology and Science, Indore, BE Mechanical Engineering 55093, NIT Durgapur MSc Chemistry Integrated 55165, NIT Mizoram BTech Mechanical 55295, NIT Srinagar BTech Chemical 55299, CIT Kokrajhar BTech CSC 55464. Again, it's popping up, so you must take a look at that. Sri Govindram Shekhar Institute of Technology and Science, Indore, Civil Engineering 55931, NIAMT Ranchi BTech Computer Engineering 56268, Puducherry Technology University Puducherry BTech CSC 56480, NIT Raipur BTech Biomedical 56483, Gati Shakti Vidyalaya Vadodara 56763 for AI and Data Science, Transportation and Logistics. Now remember, this is actually a university that's created for railways and those kind of things, so you must be very careful about how you choose these things. NIT Nagaland BTech Mechanical 56813, NIT Agartala BTech Production Engineering 56880, BITS Mesra MSc Physics Integrated 57275, NIT Srinagar BTech Civil Engineering 57319, BITS Deoghar BTech CSC 57517, Central University Rajasthan BTech CSC 57546, BITS Mesra BTech Civil Engineering 57616, IIIT Manipur BTech CSC with specialization in quantum technologies. This is a very good program, right? But very good program, you must look at it very carefully. BITS Patna MS Mathematics and Computing, again a good program, 57842. If you have this, please look at this very carefully. In the age of AI, this will really come in handy, I keep saying this. NIT Srinagar BTech Metallurgical and Materials Engineering 57881, NIT Mizoram BTech Chemical Science and Technology 57895, IIIT Manipur BTech CSC 58080, IEST Shibpur BTech Mining Engineering 58114, Tezpur University Tezpur BTech CSC and MBA Dual Degree 58363, PEC Chandigarh B Materials and Metallurgical 58431, NIT Arunachal BTech Civil Engineering 58464, BITS PIT Patna BTech EC 58771, Puducherry Technology University Puducherry 58814 for Electronics Instrumentation, Triguna Sen School of Technology Assam University Silchar CSC 58296, Puducherry Technology University Puducherry Electrical and Electronics 58937, BITS Mesra Biotechnology 59086, NIT Agartala Biotechnology and Biochemical Engineering 59122, BITS Mesra Production and Industrial Engineering 59936, Ghanikhan Chaudhary Institute of Engineering and Technology Malda BTech and Machine Learning, it's 60,112. So this is the range that I talked of, which is 50,000 to 60,000. We've done from 1 to 10,000, 10 to 20,000, 20,000 to 30,000, 30,000 to 40,000, 40 to 50, and now 50 to 60 is what we've done. We'll keep doing it up to 1.2 lakh. Keep watching us. If you want, just go through the series that we created so that you can actually interlink the whole thing and understand what are your chances of getting a decent college based on the kind of a rank band that you have. Thank you so much. Namaste.